The Atlanta Falcons might finally be turning the corner and not just a slow, cautious turn. We're talking full throttle, foot on the gas, defensive overhaul, bold rookies, big-time predictions, and a shot at something Falcons fans have been begging for: real pass rush. This isn't your average offseason story. This could be the beginning of a defensive revival Atlanta hasn't seen in decades. It all kicked off when ESPN analyst Mike Clay dropped his rookie projections. And Falcons fans, yeah, they lit up like the dome on game day. Why? Two names, Jaylen Walker and James Pierce, both first-round picks, both projected to finish in the top 5 in sacks among all rookies for the 2025 season. You heard that right, top 5, from a team that's been dead last in total sacks over the past 4 years combined. Last, as in bottom of the NFL. And now, there's actual hope. Clay has Walker racking up 6 sacks and Pierce right behind him with 5. Now, before you roll your eyes, only 6? Only 5? Slow down, because for rookie edge rushers, that's a big deal. Only 5 rookie pass rushers are even projected to hit 5 or more sacks this year. That ties the highest total in the past decade. It's elite company for first-year players at one of the toughest positions to learn in the NFL. Let's talk history. The last time a Falcons rookie pass rusher made this kind of noise? 1970. Yeah, when the world was reading newspapers, not scrolling Twitter, and in the last 25 years, only one rookie, Tack McKinley in 2017, managed 6 sacks. That's the whole list. Now picture this: Walker and Pierce combining for 11 sacks as rookies. That's about 25% of the Falcons' total sack count from all of last season. Let that sink in. 2 rookies could outproduce a quarter of what the entire defense did last year. This team has been starving for edge pressure, desperate for disruption, and suddenly 2 rookies might walk in and deliver instant impact. It's not just exciting, it's almost unheard of. Let's start with Jaylen Walker, straight out of Georgia. He's not your typical edge rusher in terms of size. He's a little smaller than some, but what he lacks in bulk, he makes up for in raw power and incredible versatility. The Falcons plan to line him up on the edge and let him go to work. So Falcons fans, are you feeling it? Is this finally the year the defense wakes up? Drop your confidence level from 1 to 10 in the comments. Can Walker and Pierce really change the game in year 1? Let's talk about it. But here's where it gets even more exciting. On obvious passing downs, 3rd and long, don't be surprised if Jaylen Walker kicks inside. Why? To unleash the most dangerous pass rush lineup the Falcons have had in years. Picture this: Walker, James Pierce, Leonard Floyd, and Bud Dupree all crashing the pocket at once. That's not just pressure, that's chaos. Quarterbacks are already sweating just thinking about it. Now let's talk about James Pierce. If Walker brings the power, Pierce brings the speed. He's lightning off the edge, a straight-line burst with a get-off so quick it looks like he jumps the snap. He's the kind of guy who can beat a tackle before the ball even leaves the quarterback's hand. But this is the NFL, and in the NFL, speed alone isn't enough. What Pierce did at Tennessee won't automatically work against pros. NFL tackles are faster, stronger, smarter, and they study tape like their jobs depend on it. Because they do. If Pierce tries to just run around these guys, he's going to get stoned. They'll punch him in the chest, mirror his speed, and force him to figure out a plan B. And that's what makes this so intriguing. If Pierce can adapt, and there's plenty of reason to believe he can, his potential is through the roof. Honestly, if I had to bet on which rookie leads the Falcons in sacks this year, I'm going with Pierce. His straight-line style could click quicker, while Walker might need a little more time to master hand technique and leverage at the pro level. And guess what? We're not even done, because Atlanta didn't just go all in on edge rushers. They loaded up the secondary too. Enter Xavier Watts and Billy Bowman, 3rd and 4th round picks who already have a nickname from defensive backs coach Jerry Gray. Fire and ice. And the backstory? Absolute perfection. When reporters asked Coach Gray why he called them that, he smiled and said, "You'll figure it out when you talk to them." Then came the interviews, and boom, It made perfect sense. Billy Bowman, full fire. This guy walked in talking like a starter on day one. My expectations are always to start right away, he said, dead serious. Didn't blink, doesn't care he's a fourth-round pick, doesn't care he's a rookie. This dude came to take someone's job. No apologies. Pure alpha energy. Then there's Xavier Watts, calm, cool, measured. The definition of ice. I'm not really expecting anything, he said quietly. I'm trusting my teammates and coaches. We'll see what happens. Where Bowman is a flamethrower, Watts is a glacier, slow to speak, cold under pressure. But here's the thing, Bowman and Watts aren't just cool nicknames. These two rookies are already turning the secondary into a battleground. Billy Bowman is going head-to-head with Clark Phillips III and D. Alford for the starting nickel corner job. And Xavier Watts, he's pushing hard for a starting safety spot against Jordan Fuller and DeMarco Hellams. Now, they might not win those jobs in week 1, but hear me loud and clear. They're both going to be starters in 2025. Book it. Bowman's got elite ball skills. He can cover in space, lock up quick receivers, and make plays on the ball. All stuff he did at a high level at Oklahoma. And then there's Watts, who quietly led all of college football with 13 interceptions over the last 2 seasons. That's not just a stat. That's a game-changing weapon in the back end. And here's a juicy behind-the-scenes nugget. Falcons general manager Terry Fontenot, he was ready to take Watts in the second round at pick 46. When Watts started slipping, Atlanta jumped from pick 109 to 101, giving up a future 5th rounder just to make sure the Raiders didn't grab him. They weren't just interested, they were obsessed. That's how badly they wanted him in red and black. Now pause and really take this in. This is the same Falcons team that struggled for years to generate pressure and build a solid secondary. Suddenly, they've drafted 2 pass rushers who could lead all rookies in sacks and 2 defensive backs with legit Pro Bowl upside. This isn't just another draft class. This looks like the foundation of a full-blown defensive reset. So now it's your turn. Who do you think racks up more sacks this season? Jaylen Walker or James Pierce? And between Billy Bowman and Xavier Watts, who's starting first? Because when you peel back the layers of what Atlanta is building, it's not just talent, it's mindset, it's identity, it's a culture shift that this fan base has been begging for. This isn't about plugging holes anymore. It's about building something that lasts. Walker gives you position flexibility between edge and linebacker. Pierce brings terrifying edge speed. Bowman's ready to set the nickel spot on fire. Watts brings poise, range, and turnover ability. Add in vets like Leonard Floyd and Jordan Fuller to guide them, and suddenly this defense has depth, swagger, and upside like we haven't seen in years. 5 years from now, this could be the draft class fans point to and say, that was the moment everything changed for the Falcons' defense. But hey, that's just one take. Now it's your turn. Who's your breakout rookie on this Falcons defense? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and let's talk about it. Rise up.